What is product rule and when do we use the product rule? Whenever you have function of this nature, y equals f of x multiplied by g of x, of course you can have as many products as you like, but let me start with the just product of two functions. For example, let's say I have a function y equals x raised to the power of 3. Now this function x raised to the power of 3, you agree with me that we can write this as x multiplied by x squared. So apparently we can represent f of x as x in this place, and we can say g of x equals x squared in this place. Now what does the chain rule says? Chain rule says that whenever we have product of two functions like this, we can let u equals one of the function, that is, let u equals x, which is our f of x, and we can let v equals g of x, which is equal to x squared in this place. The next thing we need to do is to find the derivative of each of these functions. So we find the derivative of u with respect to x, which is 1, and we find the derivative of v with respect to x, which is 2x. Now, after getting these two results, what are we going to do afterwards? The product rule itself says that derivative of y with respect to x, if you have product of two functions u and v, it's going to be u multiplied by dv dx plus v multiplied by du dx. And let's substitute this into everything that we have. Everything here already. Let's just substitute. What's u? U is x. So if u is x, so we can substitute x in this place. So u is x, so we have x multiplied by, what's the derivative of v with respect to x that we got? That is 2x. So x multiplied by 2x plus, what is v? V is x squared. And what is the derivative of u with respect to x? That's 1. So at the end of the day, we have x multiplied by 2x. That is going to be 2x squared plus, what is x squared multiplied by 1? That is going to be x squared. And if we add this thing together, we have 2 of these, we have 1 of these. That is going to be 3x squared. 3x squared. We have been able to apply the chain rule. Now let's apply the power rule itself on this. If we had done this without applying the product rule, without splitting it into product of two functions, what are we going to get? Of course, we know that 3 will multiply the coefficient there, which is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we subtract 1 from the power, which is 3 minus 1, which is going to be 2. So as we can see, the results are the same. And that is the simple explanation of product rule. Why don't we take a more challenging example and see how we can apply the product rule using this. So let's say we have function of this form, y equals x squared plus 3x multiplied by sine of x. Now, as you can see now, we have a quadratic function multiplied by a trigonometric function. How do we go about this exactly? So the first step we're going to do is that we're going to say let u equals x squared plus 3x. And alongside, we're going to get the derivative of u with respect to x. And the derivative of u with respect to x is going to be 2 multiplied by 1. That's 2. You subtract 1 from the power, so you get 2x plus, when you differentiate 3x, you would have 3. And following that, we have v equals sine of x. What is the derivative of v with respect to x? When you differentiate sine x, you're going to have cosine x. And we have everything that we need already. So let's apply the chain rule now. This implies that dy dx, which is going to be u multiplied by dv dx plus v multiplied by du dx. What is u? U is x squared plus 3x. So that is going to be multiplying dv dx, which is cos x. So we have cosine of x plus we have v. What is v? V itself is sine of x, and this is going to be multiplied with, what is du dx? Du dx is 2x plus 3. And finally, we have the derivative is going to be equal to, now this there isn't really much to factorize here, so we just kind of leave it like this. So that is x squared plus 3x cosine of x plus 2x plus 3 multiplied by sine of x. If you have any particular problem that you'd like me to work on, either on product rule or anything in your calculus class or in your math class in general, you can drop it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as well. I'll see you in the next one.